Kingdom Hearts is a long-lasting game franchise dating back to 2002. It is best known for its inclusion of Disney stories and characters as part of the narrative. Although there are three main title games, there are many other games under different titles that are just as important to the story. Like, there's no possible way to play all three Kingdom Hearts games and know exactly what's going on. The main description for the game is quoted on the website as, Kingdom Hearts follows the main protagonist, Sora, a Keyblade wielder, as he travels to many Disney worlds with Donald and Goofy to stop the Heartless invasions by sealing each world's keyhole and restore peace to the realms. This description makes the story sound a lot more simple than it actually is, because it's so strange how the story is so convoluted. The third game takes place after Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which is also part of Kingdom Hearts Coded and Recoded, but then there's like a different version of that game where it's a bundle of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which itself is a bundle, and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I'm gonna be so honest, the more I look into Kingdom Hearts, the less I understand, because I don't get any of this. This is why I choose to see Kingdom Hearts as an interactive art piece rather than a game to play, otherwise I'd lose my mind trying to piece together everything. However, Kingdom Hearts 3 is the most recent addition to the franchise, being released in 2019. Sora is set on a journey to learn the power of waking to help control the number of hearts he has inside of him for some reason, and ends up in a bunch of Disney movie worlds like Hercules, Tangled, Frozen, Toy Story, Big Hero 6, and Pirates of the Caribbean, I think. However, Sora does not learn the power of waking, making all the time spent in the worlds actually useless. However, I might be biased, but my personal favorite world was Toy Story, because I saw that one meme where like, hold up, let him cook. But I know that meme comes from the game. The villains of the story are reintroduced. An organization known as Organization 13, where it's just a bunch of people in black hoods that talk on rocks about darkness. I feel like they're reintroduced every game, but then it's like, no, just kidding, it's not a real member. This is the real member, and then no wait, it's not. They're a traitor. But the main leader is known as Xehanort, and he is a whole other story because he, just like Sora, he has like a bunch of like hearts and no bodies because, he's just the main villain, but like, it's so convoluted. Riku and Mickey are set out to find Aqua in the Dark World for reasons that would literally take me an hour to explain. And when they find her, she's like a dark version of herself because she spent like over 10 years waiting for someone to come get her. And I don't know, Riku and Mickey were just like taking their time. But then Sora shows up and helps Riku like kind of make her good again. Sora goes to wake Ventus up in the Castle of Oblivion, but then also the Land of Departure with the power of waking. But that doesn't make sense because, like, all those Disney worlds, just to be able to do it on the fly, like an actual waste of 19 hours, I'm angry. But Ventus wakes up and fights Vanitas, who's also there for some reason. And the Guardians of Light are assembled because Lee and Kairi have just been chilling and eating ice cream the whole game. So there's like, they're totally ready to fight. And the gang goes to fight in a Keyblade graveyard, and everyone dies after Terranort, who is a version of Xehanort, but then also kind of a younger version of him, but from a character Terra, which is different from the members of the organization that make him a whole as an old guy because somehow they are existing in the same time as different people, but then also the same person. Shows up and kills everyone. Sora's dead and is alive and alives everyone, and they keep fighting. They keep fighting until the old wizard guy goes and separates all the Heartless to make it to the Organization 13, and this is when you think there's going to be like this really big face-off from Organization 13 and the Guardians of Light, but then Xehanort is like, no, and puts everyone in a maze, and Sora is going through the maze, knocking down the organization members along the way, and then Kairi tries to do something for like once, and then she gets kidnapped and killed by Xehanort as Sora watches, and Sora goes crazy because he's super upset, and he kills all the other versions of Xehanort. But that doesn't do anything because he still summons the Keyblade, but it's like key, like X, Keyblade. It's super clever. And it's like this legendary knife, and he uses it to summon the Kingdom Heart. And he makes it dark and goopy. And then stuff happens where they're like in this stairway to somewhere, and he find like they go find Xehanort, I think. And then like I mean he like meets up with like his old friend, but then it's like the friend from like the intro where they're like playing a chess game. It's like he's Xehanort is like the younger version, he's like the dark version, but like he's not as young as the Tyrannar guy. Just sorry, I'm just playing that out. But like they're like playing chess and he's dark, and then the other guy who's like dead, but then like kind of faded ghost is the white light. And then they, I don't know, they do something and go somewhere, which is super anticlimactic. Um, but then everything is fine and dandy and good, like all the trios, like all these characters are all, just like chilling, doing their own thing, because, everyone's nice and good. And then Sora kind of was like, oh my god, Kyrie died. I gotta do something about that. And then he brings her back to life, but then he can't, he brings back her heart, but then he sacrifices himself, so Sora's kind of dead now. But no, he's in Baron Rex now, which is another Final Fantasy.